Hi, Lotuses. It's Maddie here, your host of the Lotus Letters podcast. And tonight is a special edition of the Lotus Letters podcast. I have the man who generally sits behind the camera here on set tonight. Welcome to the Lotus Letters podcast on this side, on the couch, Mr. Daryl Ellerby.
Hello, hello, hello.
Tonight's show is going to be called Me and D. It's our version of, I guess you can say, a little talk show. You know, I don't want to downplay it. A major talk show talking about dating, hot topics, and so much more. Tonight's topic is very near and dear because, as many of you know, I am now on a new journey of healing and self-care, which is where the Lotus Letters podcast originated from. Tonight, we want to talk about intentional dating, not dating for fun, not dating for convenience, but actually intentionally dating someone. And the thought or the premise for intentional dating is that you're dating with intent. The definition is in the word, meaning that you have a desired outcome. And I'll even go a step further. A lot of times when we think about intentional dating, we automatically think about the positive. But sometimes people do intentionally date with not a positive outcome in mind.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And it's not necessarily would fall under the umbrella of fun or convenience. Some people do have negative intentions.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about it all tonight. Daryl, tell us a little bit about yourself if you want to. I kind of put you on the spot with that, I know. Or not.
Myself. Well, I'm the one that helps get the videos out, helps to do the recording, gets audio together for this amazing podcast that you have here on the Lotus Letters. I just want to take an opportunity and say thank you for trusting in me. Absolutely. And allowing me to be able to be on set, to record, to help be a part of this amazing journey that you're on.
Awesome. I know this is a little bit different for you.
It definitely is.
It's a little bit different. Tonight, let's just relax. We are recording at night, but I do want you just to relax. It's laid back. I'll tell you the same thing that you've heard time and time again from that side of the camera. Just be yourself. Be at home. The Lotus Letters podcast, as you know, is designed for people to feel comfortable in a relaxed setting, in a relaxed environment. They can take off all the guards. They can take the time to breathe and be the version of their authentic self that they feel best to share with the world. All right?
Got it.
So we're just going to talk tonight. I love talking to Daryl. I really do. And any of you try to talk to him in his inbox to get in any additional information. But he is very much easy to talk to. Let's start with you reading your letter. Did you write a letter?
I did write a letter.
Okay, yes, he followed protocol. That's awesome.
I did.
All right, I am super excited to hear about this letter because I have not heard it, and I'm interested. Let's go.
All right. So the title of my letter is It's Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. As you walk through life, you've learned how to protect yourself. You first learned that you needed to build a suit of armor to survive this world. You slowly built your chest plate because you wanted to protect your heart. But you later learned that you wear your heart on your sleeve. You then built the armor for your arms to prove not only your strength, but more importantly, to cover your heart. Now you can move freely in the world, or so you thought. Lesson after lesson of hurt, love, laughter, crying, loss, and gain, you built the perfect armor that allowed you to grow in this world, climb the corporate ladder, build a family, and achieve the American dream. The armor worked. You are a man, but you left a part of your defense unchecked because you've never been attacked that way before. You were blindsided in your castle, and your dream was destroyed. Your plan didn't work. You're older now, and you're mentally at your rock bottom, but you didn't give up. You chose to rebuild. You have an opportunity to do what few have done in life. You've got a clean slate. So how do you redefine yourself? You pick up your worn tools and rebuild, but this time you have the wisdom of your past years and the passion and energy of who you are going to be in your near future. You go to therapy. You embrace your spirituality. You now possess the secret weapon of emotional intelligence. You continue to grow from within, and you focus, and you're not chasing a new partner. But you finally meet someone, and you're excited because you are properly prepared to date. But there's a problem. You don't need this new armor you built. It's not required to be defensive in the space that she created. You spent half of a lifetime trying to shield yourself, and you've met someone who you genuinely align with. What is this? Is this a trick? Is this something you haven't come across before? What's the angle? What's the tactic? Is there a motive? Stop. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be yourself, flaws and all. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to smile. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. It's okay to lead. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to follow. It's okay to love, and it's okay to be in love. It's okay. Put your armor down because you found a true partner. It's okay to be okay.
Okay. that was great, Daryl. Very, very real. Because you honestly did start out like many people who go into the dating scene. Trying to remember all those rules. We discussed those
Oh my
before.
goodness, yeah.
Waiting how long to call?
Don't call after 3 days and all this other stuff. Don't look like you're thirsty, so wait. Don't text back immediately.
Right.
All of this crazy stuff.
All those games.
Yes.
All those games. That does not speak to intentional dating because people do sometimes go in with that armor on.
Right.
And I will say that it is wise in a sense to go in knowledgeable.
Correct.
I wouldn't say go in thirsty at all. I would say give yourself time to get to know that person before you do start allowing those walls to come down.
Absolutely.
Which is my first topic that I want to discuss in intentional dating, being self-aware. Sometimes we don't take the time to unpack, heal, and become self-aware of what we want. What our, I don't want to call it a laundry list of things, but our must-haves.
Correct.
Or our deal breakers. Can I say that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Our deal breakers. And it's okay to have those. I want to say that because I believe that the energy that we put out is the energy that we get back. So I said a few things there. Becoming self-aware, unpacking baggage, knowing what you really want, and those are those non-negotiables and those deal breakers, along with what you desire to see in a person.
Right. Right. And they don't have to be so lofty that nobody that you is on the planet Earth exists to meet all of those criteria.
Absolutely.
But I think that comes with, like you were saying, being self-aware first, knowing exactly who you are, what you are, and what your intentions are. That can help you align with finding the right person or the right person finding you, so to speak.
Absolutely, because I believe positivity attracts positivity.
Correct.
People already know. I like to say that men are visual. Would you agree?
I would agree.
In the beginning.
In the beginning, yes.
Right.
I quickly, though, I'm sapiosexual. So I quickly, if this is the physical is the hook, but if there's nothing else on there to keep me, that it's a lost cause.
Right. But we attract sometimes what we see. Like we're attracted to what we see first. Sometimes that draws us to a person before they even open their mouth sometimes, right?
Correct. And you got to excuse me. I'm a little nasally. I'm still, this pollen right now is.
No, you're good. You're great.
Excuse me.
That's fine. So with men being visual creatures, let's start there.
Uh-huh.
Would you say, and I know you can't speak for all men.
I won't even try.
I know you can't speak for all men.
Disclaimer. Definitely won't try.
We are in a century where self-care does begin with wellness.
Yes.
Of the mental,
Uh-huh.
physical, and emotional. Now, with men such as yourself that are sapiosexual, would you say that you would be willing to date a woman who may not be a 10 on the outward if she had it together and internally and in her mind and her vision was aligned with yours?
So I'm only going to speak for myself on this one.
Okay.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And sorry for being so cliched with that.
No,
but meeting somebody, talking with somebody, being driven to walk across a room and talk to someone, I think for me, their beauty can actually blossom the more we communicate, the more we have a conversation, the more we understand each other, the more connections we make in that. So I could honestly say that, well, I do make a joke. You can't wake up beside ugly every morning. But there is something that is said that I would say that allows me to see more beauty, more attractiveness as communication unfolds. I'd say that.
I can see that.
Uh-huh.
I can see that. Because just because a person is attractive on the outside, as I said earlier, it doesn't mean that there's anything up here. It could be nobody at home up here. I believe that once you are able to have a meeting of the minds,
right,
and the conversations get gooder and gooder,
correct,
and that person starts to really become comfortable,
right,
and unwind and unpack and start to allow you to see the many layers as they start to tear down walls. I can see what you're saying is actually something that is reality. Even in a relationship that I've been in previous times, and even in how we connect now, how you and I, we talk, and we are able to bounce off each other and expound upon ideas. I love the fact that you're an extremely deep thinker. Were you going to say something?
Well, I wanted to talk about the part that when you were saying not necessarily something up here, it's not from an intelligence level. It's more so from what their viewpoint is on life, what their viewpoint is on their belief systems. That can sway drastically. And belief systems not necessarily about religion or spirituality or anything, just how do they truly view the world, and do I align with that? And that's I guess I could say that would be my first deal breaker, so to speak.
Get it. I'm going to say a few phrases to you.
Okay.
Some will be statements and some will be questions. Because I'm very much interested in hearing what you have to say.
Okay.
All right. So the first thing I wrote down was, and we're going to come back to what you were just saying. Maybe, I'll be in the multiverse. Knowing the difference between dating for connection versus distraction. What are your thoughts when I say that? Knowing the difference between dating for connection versus distraction.
Wow. Okay, this may end up getting me kicked off the show. But here we go.
No.
So I'll go with the distraction part first.
Okay.
I can say that if we're speaking broader, dating for a distraction, that could be someone not looking to look inward to heal first. They're just kind of running out, dating, just trying to be around other people to hide from who they are internally or run from a certain situation. I can honestly say I've done that in my early 20s.
I think we all have.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another dating for distraction could be there's some people that's just, like where other people play video games or build cars or have a hobby. Dating just is their hobby. That's
Serial daters.
That's just what they want to do. They're not looking to get deep in anything.
Right.
And it's just a distraction for them. Dating with intention, though, comes with a lot of self-awareness because
dating for connection.
excuse me, thank you. Dating for connection would be more so, and then, well, I'll still circle back to what is the intention of the connection. Are you dating for that connection to be in a different circle? Are you dating with the intention of this truly becoming a life partner, or are you just dating for a connection that this is a season? I'm a little older, but I'm understanding this hot girl summer thing, and I get that. And what is the cuffing season? So
him. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with the slowness.
So I guess depending on who that person is and what quote unquote season they're in, that could be the intentions for connections there.
Okay. We'll go with that, Lotus, sis. All right. He's doing well so far, isn't he? Me and D, episode 1. Okay. What does it mean to break free from aimless dating patterns? There's a part to that. What does it mean to break free from aimless dating patterns? The importance of self-awareness before inviting someone in your space. Now, I know that sounds like 2 different questions. Are you picking up what I'm...
Please expand.
Okay.
Or expound, excuse me.
Absolutely. So when we're breaking free from those aimless dating patterns, for example, the examples you used for distractions, there is an importance of having self-awareness about you before we invite others into our space.
Correct.
Why are we dating? Is it for connection or is it a distraction? I believe that it's important. I'm gonna give you my answer for this. I believe the more we become self-aware of our little nuances and underlying challenges and strengths, we will be able to either, 1, break free of those aimless dating patterns and see that, hey, this is just me filling a void. Or am I really looking for a connection? And the connection that I'm looking for, am I even ready for that? But I first have to do a self-analyzation to see what's at my core, what's at my foundation. What does that mean for you? And knowing your self-awareness, and we know you don't date aimlessly unless you're just dating to find the right one.
Right.
And even that's not aimlessly because you're dating to find the right one.
So I'll get the time machine. Yeah, I'll
Got
get the time machine for a second. So I did go through a period of dating aimlessly, and it was more so, I'll be honest, just trying to figure out what do I really like, and
that's the part of self-awareness.
Yes,
Perfect.
Yes. And I wasn't as aware as I am now back in my 20s. And I'll be vulnerable enough to say I just ran the gambit. It was, I'll date a tall girl, I'll date a short woman, I'll date a skinny woman, I'll date a thick woman, I'll date a light-skinned woman, and then you start putting all the other measurements together, a dark-skinned woman. So now I'm gonna date a tall, thick, dark-skinned woman and a short, skinny, light-skinned, And I was still all on the appearance, not focusing on the mental and the emotional part. Plus, again, it was, college age.
And you was in your 20s.
Yeah, I was in my college ages. So, but I could see the aspect of that question that you posed there. And so I guess to sum it up on this topic, it still goes back to knowing yourself first. And if you're serial dating or if you're aimlessly dating just to stay happy, then that's where the pause button needs to happen, because nobody can make you happy.
Right.
You have to be happy first.
Right. I want to even go a step further. Sometimes I like to push the envelope.
Let's go.
I do.